Hey everyone, and welcome back to US 380 Updates. We're jumping right back in after our yearly recap, and the pace out here hasn't slowed down one bit. And Navo work is really picking up. We'll see if that end of the month timeline holds. Judging by the progress on the ground, they're moving fast, and it's not out of the question. Traffic switches have also taken place, and Chili's has made it official with their sign now up front. Proof we weren't pulling your leg about that one. Major milestone alert. Friday night should mark the placement of the last beam on this project, and we'll be there to see it happen. We'll break it all down after a quick overview, as always. We have new people joining us all the time. The 380 expansion through Denton is a $140 million makeover, turning the old 4-lane road with that dangerous, never-ending center turn lane into a 6-lane divided highway. Along the way, crews are building 5 brand new overpasses: Legacy, Teel, 423, Navo, and 720. Each one designed to keep traffic moving smoothly over those busy intersections. Add in continuous sidewalks and safer crossings, and by March 2026, this whole corridor will feel completely transformed. Don't pretend to be shocked. We always start with Legacy, and we are heading westbound. Concrete now connects the existing roadway to the overpass, and this is across the entire overpass now. Someone will unknowingly be the first to drive all the way across, and we bet they'll be happy to bypass the intersection. Crews were actively working to ready rebar for the eastbound connector as well. Special drainage grates have been installed, and concrete is poured in special segments around them. Let's continue across the Legacy Overpass and check out what else is taking shape. The median rebar is now fully in place, with forms staged and set in several sections. On each side, you can spot vertical rebar rising from the barriers, the framework that will eventually hold everything together and keep traffic safely on top of the overpass. Hit the air brakes real quick, because that is no longer rebar in the median. Concrete was poured recently for the median across the Legacy Overpass. The section runs about 36 inches across and includes an integrated curb. This median serves both as a traffic divider and as part of the deck's reinforcement, tying the structure together and giving us a clearer picture of how the finished bridge will function. Again, now on the west side, we see the overpass joined to the roadway and the eastbound rebar in place with the screed machine in position and ready to smooth out that rock soup. Here we've got the screed machine working on the highway approach to the overpass. It's set wide enough to pour and finish 2 lanes at once, which speeds up the process and ensures a smooth, even surface. Riding on forms set to grade, the screed consolidates and levels the concrete so both lanes tie cleanly into the bridge deck. As usual, Teel is running just about a week behind Legacy, although that gap is slowly closing as forms and rebar are set for the westbound approach ramp. These approaches will be 3 lanes wide eventually. Don't let the small footprint of these current forms or pours fool you. An additional lane to the outside will be added, and curbs as well will widen the highway and overpass to 3 lanes. After seeing concrete all the way over Legacy, this brings us to another common question that we hope to have answers for soon. Will tech stop partially open the overpasses while work continues on other portions of the roadway? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. There are a few options. First, wait until the entire project is complete, as opening 3 lanes on an overpass just leads to a merging bottleneck of 2 lanes for the rest of the project. Only the people watching this channel know how to merge properly. Number 2. Partially open the overpass to 2 lanes while Phase 3 completes. Number 3. Open the entire section of Legacy, Teel, and 423 as those portions of highway will all be complete around the same time. These overpasses still have quite a bit of work left to finish with medians, guardrails, lighting, and many other finishing touches. Working around traffic on the road isn't ideal. We're actually leaning to option number 2, opening 2 lanes on the overpass. Crews can control inside or outside lanes as needed for bridge work, and TxDOT has partially opened other North Texas projects like 121 and 35E. It will help drivers get relief sooner, reduces delays, and conditions drivers for the final traffic flow. We're not done using Teel as an example yet. Legacy, Teel, and 423 all have new asphalt pavement for their turnaround lanes. Opening these alone will make a huge difference in traffic flow. As Phase 3 progresses, there are frequently less options to cross 380. Safety-wise, that isn't a bad thing, but navigating to and from Chili's can be challenging. We've spoken about Phase 3 a bit, and we'll get a good shot here of what that looks like. As Phase 2 completes on the north side of the roadway, traffic continues to shift to those outer lanes, allowing for space on the inside to add a median that 380 has always lacked. Each median begins with a median nose, the very front end of a raised median where it first meets live traffic. It is shaped with a slope so vehicles don't hit a blunt edge. The concrete median then transitions in some areas to a raised dirt section with a curb. These spots will likely be planted with native grasses or landscaping, the kind of curb appeal your realtor is always going on about. Lastly, we'll transition back into a concrete median that in some intersections will accommodate 2 protected left turn lanes. Here at Windsong, we'll only have one left at this light between the Teel and 423 overpasses. The median then terminates or initiates again with a median nose. We'll take a quick break to talk about our most favorite sponsor. Please visit signgypsies.com if you're planning a celebration. Whether it is a birthday, graduation, or any special event, they've got you covered with custom yard signs that will bring your occasion to life. With vibrant, personalized designs, Sign Gypsies delivers more than signs. They deliver joy. They handle everything from design to setup, so you can sit back and enjoy the fun. Visit signgypsies.com to book today and use promo code 380 updates for a free upgrade on your next sign. Terms and conditions apply. The 423 overpass feels a little redundant to track right now, since progress here is running a few weeks behind Legacy and Teel. On the westbound approach, forms are already in place, but rebar hasn't been set yet. Crews are also giving close attention to the transition strips, those key concrete sections that tie the approach pavement into the bridge deck itself. Up on the overpass, the median has been framed out, but you can see it still needs that signature green epoxy-coated rebar stitched across before a pour can happen. This is the new traffic light on 423 being installed between H-E-B and Walmart. With Walmart set to open on October 1st, we're assuming this light will be turned on around the same time. There's still some concrete work left to finish up on the center median and along the sidewalks, but crews are moving quickly to wrap it up. Just west of 423 is the Doe Creek Bridge, which has been widened to handle the new roadway. The sidewalk is in, and the concrete barrier is set. What remains is installing the W-beam guardrail at each end and the steel traffic rail mounted on top of the barrier. Back on September 8th, crews set the first 10 beams at the Navo Road intersection. And every night since then, for the past 10 nights, more beams have been lifted into place, stretching across nearly all the spans of the overpass. That's a tremendous amount of work in a short time, and it shows just how quickly this bridge is taking shape. Now, Friday, September 19th, is expected to be a major milestone. That night, the final beam of the entire 380 project will be set. We'll be on site until the very end to capture that last lift and share the moment with you. This is how long those beam lifts really take. It's a careful dance between the two crane operators, moving in sync as they swing back and forth while carrying that extreme weight. Every adjustment has to be precise. With that much steel and concrete overhead, even the slightest slip or misstep could create a serious problem. The hardest part really was resisting the urge to move the drone around. We'll speed the rest of that up by about 10 times. Still ran out of battery and didn't get to the end. This overhead daytime shot shows just how much Navo has been transformed. The pace of work here is so fast that if we weren't bringing updates almost daily, we'd be falling behind on capturing the progress. We're still here at Navo, but now looking at the massive concrete deck panels staged and ready to be set in place. We've talked about these before. Each one is like a piece of a giant puzzle that will be fitted together to form the bridge surface. The Navo Overpass is the longest stretch in this project from ramp to ramp, and it's going to take a lot of decking to cover the span. Crews are already backfilling the west approach of the overpass, bringing in layers of fill dirt to build up the roadway grade. Looking across the bridge, many of the deck panels are already in place, some set just hours after the beams were installed. This crew isn't wasting any time, pushing hard to hit their goal of having concrete poured by the end of the month. It's an ambitious target, and while it won't be easy, the pace out here is incredible. With beams being installed each night, the rest of the crew works to prep the job site so the cranes have solid footing to move across. To handle that kind of weight, they laid down massive railroad ties, creating a stable surface for the cranes to roll and operate safely. Here at Main Street, traffic has officially been switched over to the new pavement. With vehicles now running on the fresh lanes, crews wasted no time tearing out the old pavement. The grading work behind that removal looks to be complete, leaving the surface prepped and ready for the next phase. If the schedule holds, we could see asphalt going down here before the next update. A clear sign this intersection is moving quickly toward its final layout. There will not be an overpass here. Just after sunrise, you'll notice a bit of glare on the lens, and the video comes through a little choppy, but we'll push through that and check out the 720 overpass. At this stage, it's nearly connected end to end, so in theory you could already drive across. It does make you wonder if emergency vehicles might be given early access before it fully opens to the public. Along the outside edge, you'll see tarps covering the rebar for the barrier. There's no concrete poured yet, so it's likely the tarps are just protecting the steel from weather until the forms go up and that next phase of work gets underway. It's another reminder of how many steps are happening behind the scenes to bring this overpass together. Bonus content for the week, and you all better share this as we see it all the time on the social medias like MySpace. South here at Walmart Drive and Crossroads, most of you already know where we're going with this. The middle lane is not marked as able to turn left, so it is not permitted to be used as a left. Per Texas Transportation Code Section 545.101, turning at intersection. Subsection B. To make a left turn at an intersection, an operator must approach the intersection in the extreme left-hand lane lawfully available to a vehicle moving in that direction, and then make the left turn, leaving the intersection into a lane lawfully available to the direction being entered. Law requires that if a driver wants to make a left turn, they must use the extreme left lane that is lawfully available for left turns. If the middle lane is not marked or signed for left turns, it is not lawfully available for that purpose. We hope that clears things up. Lastly, here at Naylor, or 424, drainage work is still underway on the northeast corner. One lane has already been poured, and another is prepped with rebar ready for concrete. Several more lanes will follow in stages, and we've also noticed the final driveway of the project formed and ready for its pour. Fun fact, across the entire 380 expansion, a total of 123 driveways were reconstructed along the corridor. This has been a bit of a pet project for us on the channel. We've been following it for nearly a year now. The dentist office off 720, just behind the Murphy gas station, finally has a name: Spiritas Ranch Dental Care. Sprouts in Providence Village officially opened on September 12th. We missed the grand opening, but from what we've heard, it was a great event. Jumping all the way back down to 423, we got to talk about Walmart. This brand new supercenter opens October 1st, right across from H-E-B. At nearly 200,000 square feet, it's a massive addition to this corner and really cements this spot as one of the busiest retail hubs along 380. We've been tracking this project for a long time, and now it's just days away from opening. Thank you to everyone who's been following along with us. At Teel and 380, the new Chili's is showing big progress. With the exterior finished and the neon sign now up, most restaurant builds are typically in their final 6 to 10 weeks before opening. That puts this location on track for a late October to mid-November debut if everything stays on schedule. That's going to wrap up this week's update along 380. From beams at Navo to Progress at Main Street, and even new retail like Walmart, Sprouts, and Chili's, there's no shortage of changes happening all across the corridor. We'll keep following it every step of the way, so be sure to subscribe and check back next week for the latest progress. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out on the road.